Okay, so Helen, lovely to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me, Elaine.
Thank you for joining me. And looking at the background where you are you actually in the salon, or is that your home?
This is my home, actually. So
Oh,
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
you're in the salon of some sort, because you do salon-y type of work, don't you?
Yes, I'm kind of the services that we offer are to do with skincare and bridal makeup and things, not anything directly cosmetic or salon related. But yeah, we do use products that you can go and get treatments based on in salons.
Okay, so do you go to people's homes?
It depends. It's quite varied, to be honest. I can supply all over the country. So some people prefer something like this, where the products go to them and then I talk to them via something like this. Others would prefer to come to me and we can do a demonstration. If someone's in the local vicinity, then I can go to them and let them try the products and introduce them that way. So it's quite a flexible way of working, which is nice then, because it can cater for all different people's preferences and locations.
Yes, yeah, excellent. So we haven't said what products we're talking about. So it's skincare products primarily.
Primarily skincare, yeah. We do a bit of everything. The approach that I like to do is an inside out. So I think probably more so over the past 10 years, people have started to shift from looking as well as what people are using topically on the skin on the outside, that your skin, the appearance of it, and your overall well-being can massively be influenced from the inside out. So we do a range of, the skincare is one of the big categories, but we also do we do a lot of nutritional supplements. We do weight management programs, and we do separate supplements as well, just for general overall well-being. So it's quite broad what we offer.
Okay, so are you qualified in any of these areas? Are you a qualified nutritionist, for example, or do you have any specific training to help you know which supplements should go with which person?
It's not something that I've done a set qualification in. The background that I've had in the past has allowed me to secure qualifications within the companies that I've worked for.
Okay.
So one of the companies I worked for in the past was Holland and Barrett, and they used to train all their customers, their staff internally up to the level of what would be recognised as a GMBQ.
Right.
And it's something that I was kind of testing the water with what we're doing to see what the initial response would be to the services. And because it's been that fantastic, it's something that I'm looking to perhaps start in the new year, just to further give me that credibility, really.
Okay, excellent. Well, you're certainly a good example of walking your talk. Your face looks just perfection. You look like you out of a modelling agency.
That's kind of, well, I'm 5 weeks off my own wedding, so.
Oh, bless you.
Well, yeah, I've got the hen do this weekend, so it's all go at the moment, but it takes 4 to 6 weeks to really get a new skincare regime into your system. So I'm glad you said. I've actually not got any makeup on. I haven't got any foundation on. No, I don't know if you can see there. There's a slight blemish.
See a couple of spots.
Bit of lipstick, yeah. Generally, that's quite, and that's one of the things I think I've been working towards, helping my own skincare to get that nice, radiant, natural glow, and then whatever makeup I do put on top on the wedding day will only enhance that. And that's something I talk a lot about with brides to be. And when we're doing makeup, they can show a picture and want to look like this person off Instagram or Pinterest. And sometimes I have to have some really honest conversations with people and say, that looks wonderful, but you've got a little bit of redness that we need to address first of all, or a bit of dry skin. So if I was to put foundation straight onto that, it's not going to be that smooth, dewy, glowing look. So, or they might show me something where it's a brunette lady with brown eyes and this person is very fair-haired with blue eyes. So there can be a conversation about that, as well as to what colours would actually complement their look and their natural features.
Yes, I see.
Yeah, so it's nice actually. I never, obviously you never want to dishearten anybody, but it's important to me, rather than, I like to try and get people to almost try and be content with what they've got and then build on that, rather than aspire to looking like someone who is fresh out of a magazine.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
not a healthy way, and touching on the well-being side.
Yeah. It's been realistic, isn't it? Helping people to be realistic and to be the best they can with what they've got.
Absolutely. None of us are foreign to the fact that there's a lot of external pressures, especially on young women, with the rise of all these social media channels. And I think, getting married is one of the most stressful things that you can do, and everybody wants everything to be just so and quite perfect. And I've come across brides-to-be who put an immense amount of pressure on themselves to look a certain way, or they'll see this dress that they really want to, and it's not necessarily flattering for their shape, their body shape, for example. So sometimes there's some honest conversations that are done in the nicest way, and then the end result obviously works out better for them. And and anything that we talk about is not just primarily product based. There's a lot in the background about energy levels, taking time out, managing the stress that can build up, and all the external pressures that come with planning a wedding.
So do you describe yourself as a project manager then?
A little bit. Well, so I've another job that I do. I do performance management consultancy, and I've ended up teaming up with a large company that I'm going to be running their business development department and events team as well. So yeah, I am very organised. I like to see something through from start to finish, and it's quite difficult. This hen do that I've got this weekend, my bridesmaids have done it as a complete surprise, which has been wonderful. And I almost did it partly, yes, obviously to get them involved, but almost to delegate. And I thought, that there's so much that you can have on to plan for a wedding. Somebody taking that external thought process and planning away helps with your own stress levels and time management. But it's been very difficult. And similarly, my fiance's planning the honeymoon as a surprise, so I don't know where that is.
Wow.
So it's very much helped me in terms of coping with the to-do list and the time I've had to attribute for the wedding. And it's something I share as a suggestion with my brides. But when you're used to project managing and planning things in such depth yourself, handing the cards over, it's quite difficult actually.
I used to be a business consultant many years ago, and I know exactly what you're talking about there, because you're losing control, aren't you? So you don't know what's going to happen, and your brain sort of races away, doesn't it, as to what if this and what if that. But then sometimes you just go say, okay, I'm delegating responsibility, you get on with it, and then you just have to go with whatever comes, and they're going to do you proud, I'm sure. So where are you getting married?
We're getting married in a place called Iscoy Park, which is in Whitchurch. And it's, as you can tell, I'm from Liverpool. Chris is from Nottingham, so it's kind of halfway for both the families. So it's beautiful. We looked and looked for quite a while. And again, I think from planning my own wedding, it puts me in such a good position to help brides-to-be. We almost got to the point where we didn't fall out, but we were getting very frustrated, quite ratty, because it wasn't really hitting the mark, and we felt this pressure that we needed to find somewhere. And we said, look, let's just take a step back, leave it 3 months, and then come back at it fresh. And as soon as after taking that breather, we just knew as soon as we walked into this place that this was where we could see ourselves spending the day. So it's, very pleased with it.
Excellent. So from where you described Whitchurch, I know of a Whitchurch, but that's down in Hampshire, but you're not in Hampshire, are you?
No, I live in Derby, but this Whitchurch, it's kind of on the border of like Wrexham and Shropshire, so like Cheshire and Shropshire.
Right.
It's up that way, so it's kind of in the countryside leading out from Wrexham.
Okay, so how did you get then from being project manager to your Bride Babes business? How did that work?
It was purely from planning my own wedding. Going around wedding fairs, there was that many things on offer: florists, cakes, your DJs and your dressmakers, all that kind of thing, and it was wonderful. But from being in working, my previous background before with project management was retail, where I worked with a lot of health and beauty companies, and then supplements and lifestyle healthy products. And it just stood out to me that there was nobody there offering anything to help people with the preparations for the wedding day. Lots for on the day, so there were makeup artists, there were hairdressers and the like, but there was nothing to go, you've got to deal with all these suppliers over the next few months. You've got to think about family who are going to come. You've got to fit this around your existing life commitments, whether that be children or work or hobbies. And I thought, gosh, you know, it's a massive project in itself, and yet there's nobody there to help people to do that. And it can have such an impact in terms of, you know, for example, stress can really damage the vitamin C levels in your body. And then equally, vitamin C will help to contribute towards tiredness and fatigue, or to, you know, counteracting tiredness and fatigue. It's good for collagen production. So if someone's thinking, I want to be buoyant and feel fresh and energized on my wedding day, and, you know, I'd like my skin to look nice and plump and glowing and all the rest of it, if you've not got somebody almost holding your hand through that process, you're probably not going to get to that bit. You know, you might have bags under your eyes where you're not sleeping, your energy levels aren't going to be there. Equally, it can knock your gut out, which in turn can affect your immune system. Your stresses, it affects you in so many ways. And I just thought, if people are already looking for help with the skincare and perhaps the weight management and also the bridal makeup, I've got kind of experience in all of them, and I get the position each bride is in from planning my own wedding. So why not offer that in a package, but then equally as part of that, be there as a bit of a sounding board and a coach to just help them through the, you know, there's wonderful times planning a wedding, but equally there's some challenging times that I think people need a bit of hand holding with.
Yeah, excellent. I thought wedding planning was a profession now, but there aren't that many wedding planners about, by the sounds of what you're telling me.
There can be in terms of the operational side. So in terms of sorting the suppliers, recommending a florist, shortlisting some venues to go and see. There are in that sense, but our approach is more helping you to look and feel good for the wedding day. So it's a combination of, as I say, the weight management, the skincare, the supplementing, the bridal makeup.
Okay, I'm getting the picture now. So you've got a wedding planner, but then you're the personal
Yeah.
Person for the bride on the
Yes.
day. Right.
Yeah, and that's what I go into all these bridal fairs. I was like, nobody is offering this. What? There's a real gap, and that's why in January I thought I've had a bit of a brainwave one afternoon and thought, do you know what? I could probably combine all of this. So I set out to do it. I've attended a few bridal fairs this year. I've been networking in the local bridal community, and everyone has been like, that is such a fantastic idea. I know from planning my own wedding, I wanted to start a skincare regime. I didn't know where to go. My friend said she used this, it wasn't working for me. And I was panicking, I was wasting money trying all these things. So it's been really well received. And as I say, from planning my own wedding, I know that there's a real gap in the market in terms of supporting people on that side of things.
Excellent. Will you send us a photo? Send me a photo of you in your beautiful wedding dress when you get to the day.
Absolutely, yeah, I'd love to.
Fabulous. So, how do people get hold of you then for you to help them with this bespoke, wonderful service?
Well, we kind of, you know, it can be an initial conversation like this. I do a free consultation with everybody to begin with. As I say, I was almost testing the market to see how it would be received. So I've not yet set up a website, but I have got a business page on Facebook and on Instagram where you can get in contact and just look at us for inspiration and ideas. So it's Bride Babe Bootcamps on both platforms. And then I've also got a direct line number and an email address, which I can either share out, or I don't know whether it will be.
Yeah, what's your email address?
The email is bridebabebootcamps@gmail.com. So it's a bit of a mouthful, but as I say, for me, it's a boot camp, not in terms of running around a field pushing a tractor tire, but it's a start to finish process to help you look and feel good for the big day.
Excellent. So that's Bride Babes Bootcamp on Facebook.
Bride Babe Bootcamps. So
Bride Babe
Bootcamps. I know it's a mouthful.
Right. Okay. BB Bootcamps. Bride Babes Bootcamps. Okay. On Facebook and Instagram, and the same on Gmail.
Yes.
Marvellous. Okay. Well, it's been lovely talking with you, Helen. The best of luck with your wedding. You're going to make a stunning bride. I can just imagine it. I'm sure you're going to make a very handsome couple. So all the best, and thank you for being on the show. I just thought we've got two song choices you've chosen. So we're gonna play Yolanda Adams, I believe. Why did you choose that song?
This has been a bit of an anthem for me for many years, you know, when you need that get up and go and that bit of motivation. So I used to play this before I'd go for a job interview, or if I'm going to meet a client to pitch about a new product. And it really gives me that belief in myself that you're capable of this. And I think when you work on your own, sometimes that can be difficult to muster. And this song just gives it to me, really.
Okay, so we'll play that one, and then following that, we're going to play a Kelly Clarkson number, "Fly Away."
Yeah,
again,
kind of coming from a similar angle. This song is all about somebody kind of living in a day-to-day life, not really being that excited by it, and thinking, I'm aspiring to more, and I want to achieve more, and spreading the wings and giving it a go. And I think that signifies a lot to me about leaving the corporate world and saying, I'm going to take everything I've learned and really put my passions and bring it in a different way. And that's what Bride Babe Bootcamps is all about.
Fabulous. Okay, well, the best of luck with everything, and thank you again, and I will look for your sites and pages online.
Thank you. It's been
Babe Bootcamps.
You've got it. Yeah, perfect. Thank you for having me on, Elaine. I really
all right, lovely. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.